Video here, we're going to be talking about reprints and such. Recently Konami released the official promo cards for the 5D set, and the promo cards that were officially confirmed was some Stardust Trap card, which does not matter at all, but the main things of Black Rose Dragon and the card Shooting Quasar Dragon. First of all, people said Quasar could not be reprinted and stuff like that, and Konami was probably just getting fed up with people saying that. Now, I'm going to explain why this is both good and bad for the game at the same time, because another thing just released was the Noble Knight Structure, that starter box kit thing, which I personally will probably be buying, because the sleeves sound cool and the mat sounds pretty cool. Now, what Noble Knights are, is they are a deck that has been released in pretty much only foils throughout the last couple of sets, like maybe four sets, maybe 5. And another deck that had recently been released throughout a couple of these things is the deck of the plants and the synchros, in which Quasar just got reprinted for these decks. Now, Quasar is this amazing kind of little card. If you don't know what it does, it's 4,000 attack and attack twice, pretty much, because you summon it with 2 synchros. It's just to simplify things, and it negates an effect every turn, so it's really good. This card lets you pretty much steal games when it's a plant kind of synchroing deck, and Sylvans can do this really well if they're built for that deck, or if they're engineered in a way, sort of like my personal build, that can pull out cards like this without very many issues, especially with Soul Charge being allowed to say Soul Charge for the 3 pieces, summon, Soul Charge for the 3 pieces, summon, in which you can pull out a Quasar every single turn at the cost of your battle phase. And as soon as you have 2 Quasar on your side of the field, you pretty much win that game. In the end, I haven't even gotten to my main point, which was, why are these reprints good for the game? Reprints are good for the game because what the reprints do for it is it makes people want to play the game more. It makes people want to play cards and decks that they couldn't play before, in which it broadens and widens the amount of decks people can play. At first, it's like only the rich players could play Quasar Sylvans or Synchro Sylvans because of the Quasar being such a massive point in the game. Now, with this card being re-released and the Black Rose being re-released, it says that more players are allowed to play decks such as Synchro Sylvans, and that just makes it so more people play it, more people find different variants, and we end up with a lot more different variety inside of the game. Just like the Noble Knight starter deck. Nobody built Noble Knights because they were expensive, and Noble Knights were not the best because nobody was willing to try them. And now that the deck is being reprinted and potentially all the cards that are expensive are going to be in it, that should drop the prices of the cards down, and that means more people will play this. Is this a business strategy? Yes. Konami is just trying to make it so that you don't have more money than them. But is that a bad thing? I'm going to say no. Simply because I personally like it when I get to have a card, or have access to a card, that I wasn't able to have access to before because I'm not willing to drop $4 million on a card. Once the card gets past $40, it's ridiculous. It's just, I think that these reprints are really good. This video is going to kind of go hand in hand with the card prices video that me and the Better Man were discussing the other day when we were just kind of looking back on how we got into the game and where we got back into the game. So, be expecting that soon. On this video, it's just, I think that they're good. The reprints are good, and what it does is it just stimulates the game, makes people want to play decks that they couldn't play before. More people play these decks, and we end up with a lot more variants. At the same time as we end up with more net deckers, we will end up with a lot more people trying to build their own unique version of this deck, so people won't call them a net decker, so people won't say that they just built the deck because it was reprinted. They want to be able to say, I built this deck and I figured out this awesome combo about it. So tell me what you think about reprints below. Tell me if you think that you're excited for Quasar or the Black Rose reprint, and just, yeah.